2002 Dodge Ram 1500 SLT. I'll change out this factory radio and gonna put in a new double din with Apple Carplay, Android. So let's start by taking off this hole. Well, I think it's this hole cover. Start down here with this one little screw right in there, which I've already taken out. And that's this guy right here. Alright, got the screw out. Now I'm going to take this panel, just loosen this panel right here. Just stick a non-marring tool in there and just pry, which I've already done. You can see it's just held in right there with clips. Alright, there's a clip there, and there's a clip there. That's good enough. Like that. Just loosen it up. Okay, open up my glove box, give me a little more room. This panel now should come off. It should be all, just pull on it, and it should be all clips all the way around. I start pulling at the bottom. You can see it's already ready to come right off. Okay, I pulled all the tabs out, so it's ready to come now. Okay, it's still attached by the wires. I've just pulled it forward. You can see you've got a wire here, wire here, wire here, and a wire over here. So there's 4 of them to come off. Okay, I got these 2 guys off. You can see there's a little tab here. Just press it in. Same with this one. Little tab right there. Just press it in. Press it in, wiggle, pull. Same with this one. Press it in, wiggle it, pull it. Same with this one. Another little tab. Press it in, wiggle, pull. And now the cigarette lighter. Okay, your cigarette lighter, 12-volt outlet, same thing. It's got a little tab there. Push it in, pull it out. I just stuck a little tool in there, little screwdriver, pressed on it, and it popped right out. Okay, so that panel is now loose. So let's just turn it around, just so you can see all the clips on there. Let's see all the different clips. Clip, clip. That's the top. There's the cigarette lighter. You get clip, a clip, 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 clip along the bottom. Okay, just so you can see all the different clips. Okay. Okay, well, there's the factory radio. As you can see, 1, 2, and 3, 4 screws to get that out. Okay, I've got all 4 screws out. That's how tiny they are. Just the same as the one that was down there. Alright. That little pull. Ooh. Well, there we go. Not much to that. 1 wiring harness and the antenna, and that's it. Okay, well, there's the radio out. There's your wiring harness. Alright, so to go along with this conversion, I got this little wiring harness here. And also have this guy here. up a backup camera too. Amazon, Amazon, and Amazon. And then this big guy here, so that your faceplate now will take the double DIN instead of the, instead of the factory radio. It's got to accommodate this double DIN. So here's this guy. Okay, and lastly, I got this to keep my steering controls, or my radio controls, which are on my steering wheel, on the back of the steering wheel. So those are handy to keep. Got that little kit. Amazon. So here's that wiring harness, and you can see it just plugs right into the factory one. Let's put that on there. I can't do it with one hand for some reason. Oh, here we go. And it just snaps right in there. So that fits perfectly. So now you just got to wire these up. Okay, so this radio that I'm putting in came with this wire. And this wire. And this wire. And a microphone. Okay, so I've got the wiring harness here. This is the one that plugs to the factory, the plug that comes from the truck, which I actually unplugged from the factory radio. Okay, so this now plugs into that plug. I got this one, I showed you already. And we've got, here are all the actual speaker wires. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, 2 purple. You've got purple, purple and black. You've got green, green and black. You've got white, white and black. And you've got gray, gray and black. That covers all your speakers. Okay. Your green is your left rear positive. Okay. Your, let me just, let's do here. So your green is your left rear positive. The green black is the negative. Your white is your front left. So driver's side, front positive. The other white is the negative. Then your gray is your front right positive, and the gray with the black is the negative. And then your purple is your right rear passenger side, right rear positive, and the purple black is your negative. Okay, and then you've got 5 wires left over. You can see I've got 2 plugs here from the new JVC. So these are all the speakers on one plug, and then you've got the other one, and it's got 5 left over. So on mine, these match up. My 5 left over: black, orange, red, blue, and yellow from this guy. And the same thing here: black, orange, red, blue, and yellow. So for mine, these all match up perfectly. So it makes it nice and easy. On my new radio here, the JVC, you can see there's those 5 other wires. Your black, yellow, red, orange, and blue. Okay, I've plugged in my wiring harness. I'm plugging my antenna. This goes to the new radio. This end goes to the plug from the truck. All right, turn the ignition on. Looks like we've got power. Okay, that's working. I have not plugged in the steering wheel control module yet. I will do that next. Just want to make sure this works, which it does. Okay, I'm in the vehicle now. Had a little bit of trouble getting this to sync. I wasn't quite sure. The instructions are not great. So I didn't know if I should be using this plug, because the back of my radio does have, the new radio does have a spot for this. But it also has, as you can see down there, AV in. But it also has this wire, power steering, or sorry, steering wheel remote input. So it turns out that what I ended up using is this guy, which came with this thing. So this end, instead of going into the back of radio, plugs into this, which they give you, and you use one wire and it goes to there. This is for my particular setup. But then you still also have to run, for this is my 2002 Dodge Ram, you still have to run this pink from this whole wiring harness, the pink one, up to here. Now, as you can see here, from the truck, there's 1, 2, 3 coming out here, but on this adapter, which I got, there's only 2 coming out of the bottom. So this wire, it's as if this wire is not used. Anyways, this is the steering wheel controls. So I snipped it, and I like to solder my wire, so I've soldered it right to there, and it's not used down here. So anyway, so that pink wire goes right to there. Yeah. Okay. Well, now we've got to cut out this section of plastic here. You can see my saws, I've already cut through there. Now I got to do the left side and then the bottom. Get that out because this radio, this new double DIN radio, does not fit in there. It's close, but not quite. Okay, well, I've cut the right side and the left side, and now I'm just cutting out the bottom. Okay, just be very careful you don't cut your wires. I just made sure that my wires were out of the way. I could feel the back of the little knife there. So I just use this guy here. And use one of these as well. That did the trick. Anyways, this guy's about to come out. Just finished, so there we go. You can see it's not very thick. Right? Super thin plastic. Anyways, I might have to take a little more off here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it fits in like that. Okay, now there's lots of room. Lots of room to get that right in there, so it'll end up being nice and flush. Well, that's good. Okay, so everything's all wired up and soldered, taped, shrink tubed, and I ran so here's the one end for the camera, goes in there, it's RCA plug, and then the other end of that wire, I ran it through, and I ran it down over here, and then I ran it through right there. Where's my finger here? The firewall there. Put it through there all the way, and then I put some silicone, anyways, into the engine compartment, and then down, and then underneath, all the way along. I just followed the wiring harness, which is on this side, and zap strapped it all the way along. And then you come in here. I'm still working on it, but I've got it all connected. Just have to solder the wires and tuck them all the way. But anyways, and then I've got the wiring there for the tail lights or the backup light. So you've got to find the correct one for the backup light, your power for the backup light, and connect it to that, which I did. Okay, so the kit I bought came with these brackets that you connect to the side of your radio. I've played around with it a little bit. You can see it says right on there, upside down. That one says left. Anyways, I've played around with it a little bit to figure out exactly how far I want this to come out, and so that it is nice and flush with this cover here. Now this cover, this part, this is the original here. This part came in the kit, in that big kit. And what you had to do was, because the original one, I had to take out the heater controls and the little storage compartment, just undo those with screws. But the old one is welded on there with just plastic, and you've got to drill those out. You've got to drill them out, and then you've got to pry it apart, and then you put that new piece in there. This new piece, so it's larger, so it accommodates that new radio. So it comes with everything. It comes with these guys here, these little screws and these little caps. Just turn it around here, and yeah, so it seems to fit very nicely. Okay, just doing a trial fit here, and look at, fits nice. Fits very nicely. So yeah, put this back together and close it up. All right, well, this is all back together now. Fits very nicely. The input for this, it's not wireless. So for your Apple CarPlay, I've actually got this guy, this cable, which I fed through this box. I just put a hole in there, a square hole, and I fed it through so that can stay there. And then you can connect your phone. There's also a microphone, which I just ran around here. I've got it, there's a little sticky for it, so I'll find a spot for it where I want it. So that's your mic. And yeah, anyways, that's back together, so it fits very nicely.